I think I got some news about Miss Jodie Sweetin, who was like a television icon for the Full House television show from 1987 to 1995. From 87 to 95, I mean, I don't know what happened with her. Let me tell you how much let me tell you how she reveals how much that she's gonna be making ever since, much money she makes, after in the 90s after Full House was canceled. We'll take you to it, man, about Miss Jodie Sweetin. See, let me explain to you about Jodie Sweetin for a minute. See, Jodie Sweetin, you know what I'm saying? She's been revealing how much money that she's gonna make from the Full House show, like 30 some years later. See on this see the little visual of the thing here, you see Jodie Sweetin. I did not know why she looks so different from what she once was in in the 90s, in the 80s and the 90s here. See the old photo they have of her, the old photo there is David Collier, you know what I'm saying, who was already in the show. I feel it was similar to I feel it was after he did the voiceovers for after he did the voiceovers for the real Ghostbusters cartoon. Bob Saget, uh Mr. Bob Saget, who was a freaking comedian. I didn't get a chance to do a live show based on him if it's time, but I'll do it when it's time. But you know, I miss him, miss his smile. Jodie Sweetin, Jodie Sweetin, on the other hand, you know, she was in the picture here. There's uh there's one of the Olsen twins. That's Ashley Olsen. That's Ashley Olsen. You know what I'm saying? And you have Candace Cameron, who was already featured in the show. And one of those people that had been seen giving Ashley a kiss on the cheek is John Stamos. John Stamos, who played his uncle Jesse. So the picture was already been taken since ABC. It was from ABC networks. The picture was been taken. So we had to see right here is let me explain this here. Television icon and actress of the late 1980s to the 1990s television show Full House, Jodie Sweetin, is revealing the shocking amount that she receives. Let me tell you what she was revealing. Full House actress and TV legend Jodie Sweetin revealed the shocking amount that she receives in residuals. Residuals. 30 years after the show ended, and it's a far cry from what a television legend and an alumnus from the Friends TV show, Lisa Kudrow, just shared about the cast's. Should we about this here? It's a far cry from Lisa Kudrow, who was an alumnus from Friends, who just shared about the cast members' residual fees. Sweetin appeared on the McBride Rewind to discuss the legacy, to discuss the legacy of her ABC sitcom that which ran from 1987 to at least 1995. The actress portrayed as the daughter of Danny Tanner, Stephanie Tanner, from the age of 5 until she was 13. Sweetin, who is now 44 years old, around the same age as she is now, around the same age as she is now, uh, she said that she received a check of just 1 cent this year. 1 cent of a penny. This is what she was telling. That's what she was adding by saying that I got a 1 cent check the other day. There's no syndication anymore because it's all in streaming. Who gets paid for that? Nobody gets paid for that. Meanwhile, Lisa Kudrow, who was a television icon, who was like in her 60s, like 62, she was like 62 years old, who played as the Phoebe Buffet character, she was revealing that she and her fellow cast members from NBC's Friends TV show rake in about $20 million annually in residual payments. When the London Times is asking her why they still receive this whopping amount, and Kudrow is jokingly credited her Phoebe Buffet character, and she said this like, okay, she was like quipped about because Phoebe Buffet was so great. This is a photo of Lisa Kudrow, Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox, yeah, Courtney Cox, Matt LeBlanc, David Schwimmer, and the late Matthew Perry, who had passed away 3 years ago. These these people would have gotten paid $20 million apiece. Long before Perry died, long before Perry died in 2023. Matthew Perry is a good comedian. He's a good actor. It's sad that he passed away 3 years ago. It's been 3 years ever since Matthew Perry had died. But this photo, it brings me back memories. It brings me back memories from the 1990s. When Sweetin said that the people are under the impression that the cast of Full House still brings in the big bucks, the big money. But the child star quickly brushed this notion away. She just she brushed away. See, people are sitting there or here going and saying that they make so much money. I know people like, oh, but you get the residuals. She said, sure, in my 20s, there would be money, but not reliable. You don't know how much it's going to be or how often they're going to run the show. I'm sorry. Uh, Sweeten continued by saying that I always say people fake. I live some extravagant life. I'm like honey. I drive my 2023 used Hyundai Sonata that I love. I rent my house. I have credit cards that are maxed out. Like I live a normal life. But the actress reprised her role from the Full House TV series from 1987 to 1995 into the Fuller House television show that was like the Netflix it was a Netflix revival of a family comedy which have ran from 2016 to 2020. It goes to this other picture. There's another picture of a Sweetin with Cameron with Cameron, Collier, Saget, Olsen, and Stamos. But this TV show, Full House, Full House from the 80s to the 90s, has starred John Stamos, comedian and actress. Now that I forgot, comedian and actor Bob Saget, comedian and voice actor Dave Collier, actress Candace Cameron, who was a TV legend, Lori Laughlin, who was on the show. This is long before the college admissions controversy regarding her and a few other celebrities and Richard Singer when she got caught with the scandal, and the Olsen twins who were featured on Full House. Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen, they both played this Michelle Tanner character. Yeah, yeah. Let me explain to y'all. Full House starred John Stamos, Bob Saget, Dave Collier, Candace Cameron, Lori Laughlin, Lori Laughlin, and Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen, Sweetin and the Olsen twins, who both portrayed the character Michelle Tanner and played the sisters on the show. Sweetin once said that she has accepted that she will be the Stephanie Tanner forever character. That's what she says. She will be, yeah, she will be, Stephanie Tanner forever in the eyes of the public. That's all from the Daily Beast here. So these people, man, they could have gotten more money that they could have possibly get millions or something. They could have got millions from the cast members of Friends. They could have got paid millions and millions of dollars, but they took their chances with the show's legacy and the nostalgia that show has been. They could have raked in 20 million. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, how am I supposed to know? I'm not a celebrity. I'm not a celebrity. I don't even be on a television show that's based on family friendly uh family friendly approaches. I'm damn sure not uh a celebrity who has to be on the TV show that's regarding the family values. But other news, I'm gonna find a way to read this thing. I'm not gonna read the politics. I'm gonna leave that be. So let me go to this thing. Let me go find this out. Oh man, not this. Let me see if I can go. Let me see if I can go find this shit. Okay, this is what happens here. This is from This is another one here from the Daily Beast here. Um, this is about a Lincoln faced with was being faced with a taunting message. for our president of the United States, Donald John Trump. Donald Trump. Why would somebody had to go why somebody had to go vandalize with the thing to taunt with a text message for Donald Trump? Oh man, get that out of the fucking way. I'm trying to get to this shit anyway. Oh, what the fuck is the problem here? See shit, man. Uh, I'm dismissing it. Can I just get to this shit, please? Oh, fuck it. We just get out of the thing. Let me get off this thing and then start over. Stupid ass bullshit messages, man. Memorial. Uh, and there's a taunting message for Trump here. It says this here: the message was quickly covered up with a tarp as the crews are coordinating. They're coordinating the cleanup here. This is from tonight here. This is from tonight. Uh, Donald Trump, his prize Washington D.C. facelift. Yeah, his Washington D.C. facelift. Yeah, let me tell you about this facelift. Let me tell you about Donald Trump and his prized facelift. His prized Washington D.C. facelift just got hit with a message tailor made. It was tailor made to set him off. The authorities, the authorities are scrambling after the vandals spray painted 8647 across the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool, an ultra-specific taunt that critics and allies alike have been battling over for months. For months, the roughly 15 by 50, that's what it is. That's what it is here. Uh, the roughly 15 by 30 foot graffiti. A 15 by 30 foot graffiti appeared early Friday morning, which was today, uh, according to United States Park Police, who told the Washington Examiner where they were alerted at around 7 a.m. this morning by the National Park Service. The message was quickly covered with a tarp as the crews coordinated the cleanup. The message itself carries a loaded meaning for Make America Great Again, MAGA 86. Is widely used in restaurant slang. Yeah, it was used in restaurant slang to mean get rid of, while 47 while 47 refers to Trump's status as the 47th president. Some Republicans some Republicans have increasingly pushed a darker interpretation, arguing the phrase amounts to a coded threat against the 79-year-old who has survived multiple high-profile assassination scares. The reflecting pool has become something of a pet project for Trump, who previously blasted it as filthy and neglected under former President Joe Biden. His administration has since poured, let me tell you about this here. His administration has since poured like $1.5 million into a makeover, including the plans to install a blue tone base designed to evoke the American flag. Park police didn't mince words. They never even bothered to mince words, but they're calling the vandalism unacceptable and vowing it will not be tolerated on federal lands, officials have said. An active investigation is underway and promised those responsible would be held fully accountable. Park police did not immediately respond to the Daily Beast and their request for comment. The observers are also noted that the nearby "Thank You, President Trump" construction signs have been quietly removed as the investigators have combed the area. The graffiti appears to echo a controversy involving former FBI Director James Comey, who was 65 years old, who was indicted this week after posting a photo last year of the seashells arranged from to read this here. Okay, why is Comey, who was already indicted this week after posting a photo last year of the seashells arranged to read about 86 and 47 during a beach walk in North Carolina. Comey had Comey had captioned the image. He had captioned the image innocuously by saying that cool shell formation on my beach walk. Nearly a year later, Trump is still not over it though. He's not over it. But in a midnight Truth Social rant, he accused Comey of issuing a veiled threat, claiming 86 is a mob term for kill him. He blasted Comey. He blasted Comey as a dirty cop and suggested the former FBI chief knew exactly what he was doing. The outrage has since escalated into a criminal case against Comey, now overseen by acting Attorney General Todd Blanche, who replaced Pam Bondi after she was reportedly ousted for not moving aggressively enough against Trump's political enemies. The aggressive legal push against Comey is already drawing backlash, even from within Trump's own party. Senator Don Bacon here, he was a senator. Senator Don Bacon, I forgot that. I can't even spell. I can't even get the think of this man's name. Senator Senator Don Bacon. He said in an interview with CNN on Wednesday that he doesn't defend Director Comey for the post that, but he got slammed with the probe. He got slammed, but he slammed the probe as foolish and an overreach. That's the reason why he's turning himself in. That's the reason this idiot is turning himself in because he was charged with making a threat against the president, and he's tied to an Instagram photo of the shells that's spelling out 8647. The previous indictment for lying to the Congress, and it got dismissed. And the Comey's still saying that I'm still innocent. I'm still not afraid. He's fixed to turn himself in today after a new indictment. But how the hell should I know? He predicted the case wouldn't get very far, saying that he doesn't see a jury delivering a guilty verdict for a picture like that on social media, and adding that he expects the prosecution will be short-lived. Short-lived. The former Justice Department officials have also reportedly torched the case behind the scenes, with one describing it as the worst case DOJ has filed in my lifetime. They got some people that are talking about the monument, or they talk about not the monument, but he's talking about the Lincoln Memorial on shit. Somebody named Sick of this shit. on the Lincoln Memorial. But I love the sentiment. I love the sentiment should have been done on what's it what lump towers or something. That's like the dig at Trump. Lump towers. Come on, man. No lump. He mentioned about Trump towers. He couldn't even spell Trump towers. He says lump towers. B Gucci, B Gucci or B Gucci said that the reflecting pool, not the memorial itself. I don't like either being marred, but if anyone deserves such treatment, it is traitor Trump. It is traitor Trump. Yeah, they label him as a traitor, just like they did Paul Manafort. Just like they did Paul Manafort. They're calling him a traitor. They're calling Trump a traitor, just like they did Manafort, who was who used to work under those previous administrations from the 70s to the 80s and all that. C7 has said that does anybody feel, yeah, that's word. Does anybody on this site feel like that combination of numbers 8647 put them in harm's way? Ridiculous. Numbers don't hurt people. Republicans hurt people. Auntie Faye said that beautiful warms my soul. He's caused himself a big problem. People are going to be writing this everywhere now just because he's burning taxpayer dollars on his pathetic revenge mission. If Comey is convicted, not happening, then they're going to have to indict how many people doing similar. So easy to get under his thin, wrinkled, decrepit orange skin. What fun. There's emojis here uh, surrounding the name. Oh, by the way, 8647. Baumhauer, Baumhauer said that could become a common graffiti on rock faces, along highways, overpass above highways, construction site porta potties, construction site hoardings, dumpsters, election lawn signs. A few months from now, derelict buildings. That's a word. That's words. Derelict buildings. There's Bradley Andrews has said this here. He said that news that's almost worth reading out. Not worth. That's what let me go rephrase. The news that's almost worth reading about. Right after we take delivery of those Epstein files as described in that thing our lawbreaker in cheat signed last year. Jeffrey Epstein took his own life in prison in 2019. Okay, he committed suicide in 2019. He's dead. He's dead now. The hypocrites said this. The hypocrites that said this shit here. We're gonna see what the hypocrites are talking about. They say that every Fox News Max host here is yeah it says here every Fox slash Newsmax host hair is on fire. Right now, they have something to talk about other than the war and the price of gas. The price of gas for at least the next 48 hours. The next 48 hours, the best part is they can be lazy. They can be lazy because they get to, why put two twice? They get to use all their clicks or what's the word? Cliches. They get to use all their cliches to describe the Democrats slash protesters slash thugs again. Thugs again. It's part of the brainwashing for the cult. For the cult, just keep repeating the cuckoo message over and over. Those comments are just those comments are just those comments are just beyond weird to me. Trump went mad. So how can you vandalize a Lincoln Memorial in Washington D.C. and you ain't gonna get caught for doing it for all the stupidity, all the douchebaggery that these hoodlums, these punk ass kids that keep doing doing this stupid ass bullshit by defacing fucking bridges and they're defacing fucking bridges and shit on 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 Norman Francis. They defacing a bridge on Norman Francis for no reason. A whole bunch of shit, all written on the median. They doing all this to ruin the bridge. The Norman Francis Bridge that used to be the Jefferson Davis Bridge, which was now the Norman Francis Bridge. It's named after the late Norman Francis, who had passed away this year. The man whose bridge that was named right after him, he died this year. Why you want to face and vandalize a bridge, just like you're vandalizing a Lincoln Memorial in the District of Columbia? Whoever does that has to be arrested, indicted, and go to fucking jail. Whoever defaces and vandalizing that Lincoln Memorial in D.C. had to be gone straight to jail, let alone indicted or charged with vandalism. Whoever these vandalists, these vandalism, uh, writing fucking kids come out there and they start vandalizing the bridges and the fucking memorials, the memorial of Abraham Lincoln. Hit the fucking road. Yeah, hit the road. I gotta go take the. Sorry, I had to go take the quote out of an ex Detroit mayor's mouth, who has to use to run Detroit, Michigan. His name is Coleman Young. He was telling us he was pulling out his speech and telling those drug dealers, these hoodlums, and he told them to go hit the road and vanish, disappear. As far as they gotta get all the protection going on, you got all the protection. You gotta have the businesses open up every day. You gotta keep that from being defaced and vandalized. It takes you right back to what happened with Snoop Dogg. I'm gonna get you to it in a minute. Oh man, rest in peace to Gwen Farrell Adair, who had passed away in at the age of 94. Let's go to Snoop Dogg. I gotta find out about what happened to that store that he had opened up in Inglewood. And go find it. Snoop Dogg's store. Yep, let me find this out. Let me go find out about the yeah. Okay, it gets vandalized. Okay, it gets vandalized. Snoop Dogg store in Inglewood gets vandalized. Oh, the clothing store. That's nothing about the clothing store, man. What is it? I gotta find some stuff out about Snoop. Who vandalizes the store that Snoop Dogg had opened up in Inglewood? Okay, we get no information about who vandalizes that man's store. That's not even available to show me. They don't give me nothing else. What the fuck is going on here? See, it got something to do with the viral legendary play-by-play by Steve Kerr and his epic ejection. They done a mention about the store that Snoop had opened up in Inglewood. I don't think he had that store anymore, but I think that store will still be there. I think that store will still be there. This is like stupid. I could do shit. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Snoop Dogg, and I couldn't find shit about his store though. But get out of the way, man. You keep on pushing the shit. See, the thing about the vandalism there. I mean, the interview with Keefe D started mentioning about he already knew that the interviewer told him that the Bloods had to vandalize a store that was for Snoop Dogg to open in Inglewood. But why did he open up the store in a neighborhood that was ran by the Bloods? The Bloods have already ran that neighborhood. It's a stupid shit. He could just have that store located in Long Beach, not in Inglewood, not in Inglewood. Don't open that shit. Don't open that store in Inglewood. And that's where the Bloods had to come out there and to vandalize and ruin your shit. They're gonna vandalize your fucking store with the graffiti, and they don't even want that. They don't want that in their neighborhood because they're thinking that your store is ruining their community, especially their fucking community. The Bloods doesn't want your shit there on their turf. They want your store on their turf. Get the fuck up out of there. Snoop didn't even know it was a blood territory, so he had to be at fault for it. So shit, I'm watching. Yesterday, I'm watching watching, you know, a bunch of little videos. They have little interviews and all that shit that happened there. You have it's all there. It's all they have in the videos, man. People are not pleased with a rapper, opening up a store in in Inglewood because they knew that store is not welcome in their territory, especially their neighborhood. Why are you opening up a store like especially for Snoop? Why the hell is he opening up a store in Inglewood and he ain't even from Inglewood? He ain't even from the neighborhood. He ain't even blood. He's a crip. So Keefe D got to wind of it and found out about it. He found out about it on on the Art of Dialogue, their YouTube channel. He reacted on this, man. I did not know he reacted to this thing. But the interview was out long before he was gonna get arrested in Henderson, Nevada, um, on in 2023. That was for the 1996 murder of Tupac. But now he's in jail for the 1996 murder of one of the biggest rappers in the world. So they're gonna have him switching attorneys and all that shit. Call Arnold. He's not gonna be needed in his case. But I know today is my birthday, so uh wait on this new Call of Duty. I wait on this new Call of Duty Black Ops 6 mini fridge uh, to come, but it's gonna be It's gonna be arriving tomorrow. It's gonna be arriving tomorrow. You know, I'll be here for that. You know, I'm now 44 years old, and I learned that other people have have done stupid shit by pouring out their heartfelt apologies and their emotions. They just want to control them and just let it be known. They could control them and regain that composure. So people are not even pleased. Some people are pleased when you got rappers, open up stores in other neighborhoods, which was in gang territories. Couldn't find anything good about what happened with that store that Snoop was gonna open in Inglewood. So ain't got no mention of it. All right, first the little news I have regarding Jodie Sweetin, regarding Jodie Sweetin and Lisa Kudrow, and and some news about our president of the United States, Donald Trump, regarding the Lincoln Memorial being vandalized in D.C. Have you have seen this video? Uh, you know what I'm saying? Hit the like button, then you go drop a comment below right after I'm done with this video. I'm going to end this stream and I'm out. I'm glad to go on to bed. Or onwards, I might just go watch a comedy special or watch the Cocaine Cowboys or something. I might just watch a comedy special.